Yes. Excuse me for the next school finals.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه وأزواجه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وبعد. Today is Friday and today's date is the 9th of Al-Muharram for the year 1433rd of the Hijrah of the migration of our great beloved Prophet Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi wa sallam, which coincides with the 23rd of November for the year 2012. Today in Khutbah al-Jum'ah we discussed the good friend versus the bad friend, the good company versus the bad company. And if you read in Al-Quran al-Kareem and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that the subject is highly emphasized. And it is highly emphasized for a simple reason. That first let me mention this hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He said, Al-arwahu junudun mujannada. يعني جماعات وجماعات. ما تعارف منها ائتلف وما تناكر منها اختلف. Said the arwah, the spirits, the souls are of different kinds, different groups. Those who find something in common or knows something and share something in common, they will be what? They will unite, they will come together. And those who do not have something in common, they will what? They will differ and they will go different ways. Now, why the emphasis about the good company and the bad company? No matter who you are, even if you are Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, your company has to have an effect on you. Regardless how solid you are in whatever your convictions are, your company has to what? To be have an effect on you. That's why, as you heard in the Quran al-Kareem and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that each and every Muslim must choose his friends carefully. And a simple reason. Although the blood ties and the familiar relationship between you and your siblings is unmatched, strong, however, the influence and the impact of a stranger friend of yours on you is highly greater. Very rarely, you're going to find a brother and a brother friends. They are not enemies, but friends, as you are eager to meet them and socialize with them and eat dinner with them and joke with them and blah blah blah, doesn't happen that often. Very rarely. You meet a person, a stranger, total stranger, hi, how are you? You go to school, you go to class together. Suddenly, this bond start getting stronger and stronger and stronger. You care so much about being with this person more than being with anyone else, including for those who are married, including after a while, than being with your spouse. With your spouse. Sometimes it's very difficult to understand it, but this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, that these spirits, they come what? They come together when they are what? In matching. So, before you fall into a friendship, make sure that you are very selective of your company. Because no matter what, your company is going to what? Influence you. And even if you have to compromise, some of your religion, and in some cases all of your religion. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran al-Kareem, وَلَوْلَا أَن ثَبَّتْنَاكَ لَقَدْ كِدْتَ تَرْكَنُ إِلَيْهِمْ شَيْئًا قَلِيلًا. And this is not because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they want friends, because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was rahmah lil alameen, because he cared about the salvation of the people so much. He was willing to go as far as he could to convince the people to become Muslims. And sometimes he entertained the thought, he closed his mind that if I compromise a little, maybe what? They will accept al-Islam. And Allah says what? Had we not confirmed you, strengthened you, you have almost inclined to them a little. وإذا لاتخذوك خليلا. ولولا أن ثبتناك لقد كدت تركن إليهم شيئا قليلا. Still you are sleeping. نعم. وإن كادوا ليفتنونك عن الذي أوحينا إليك لتفتري علينا غيره وإذا لاتخذوك خليلا. And indeed they were about to tempt you away from that which we revealed to you in order to make you invent about us something else, and then they would have taken you as a Khalil. A Khalil, most beloved friend. Why? Because you are willing to come closer to them. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said what? وَلَوْلَا أَن ثَبَّتْنَاكَ لَقَدْ كِدْتَ تَرْكَنُ إِلَيْهِمْ شَيْئًا قَلِيلًا. And if we had not strengthened you, you would have almost inclined to them a little. إِذًا لَأَذَقْنَاكَ ضَعْفَ الْحَيَاةِ وَضَعْفَ الْمَمَاتِ ثُمَّ لَا تَجِدُ لَكَ عَلَيْنَا نَصِيرًا. Then if you had, we would have made you taste double punishment in life and double after death. Then you would not find for yourself against us a helper. Why we are willing to subject ourselves to the influence of our company? Because we like to be around them. That's simple. We like to be around them. And this is, ya akhwa, not just about our children, the youngest, although they are more subject to fall into the trap of the friends. Peer pressure. But this is of all ages. Of all ages. Because simple, if they are not righteous people, what they are going to be talking about? About fun. And by nature, we like to be relaxed and what? Having fun. We'll start dressing the way we dress, wear our hair as they wear their hair, shave our head and beard like they do, and so on and so forth. Why? We want them to like us. No. We want to fit in. To fit in for what? What? The bad company يا أخوة, they have no loyalty. Wallahi ya أخوة, the bad company has no loyalty whatsoever. They are the most disloyal. As they said here in America, they are willing to throw you under the bus at any time. Yeah? Why? Because they are after worldly gain. Does it mean that some friends who are willing to do whatever, they are willing to help you or to come to your aid? But this is as long as the worldly gain between you is what is mutual and respected. Yeah? But once you step on the toe of some of them, goodbye. Yeah, goodbye. And in this country, especially about our children, we have to be extremely careful extremely careful about whom they associate with. What about cousins, family? Yeah, يا أخوة, with family and cousins it's the worst. Yeah, look what Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم. Yeah, قلنا يا رسول الله الحمو. قال الحمو الموت. Yeah, ورسول الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم. Yeah, the hadith. جزاك الله خير حبيبي. Look in Sahih al-Bukhari. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi wa sallam says what? إياكم والدخول على النساء. Yeah? Be, or stay away from visiting women, i.e. being alone with what? With a woman who is not mahram for you. Mahram, like your mother, like your sister, your aunt. فقال رجل من الأنصار يا رسول الله فرأيت الحمو. قال الحمو الموت. فرأيت الحمو. What about the relative of the husband? His brother, his uncle, his cousin. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi wa sallam said what? The relative of the husband is death. Death. Why? What he's going to do is just my brother. Well, as long as he has hormones and she has hormones, there is no such thing called, he's just what? My brother. I used to write some articles in Al-Hijra newspaper, Al-Hijra magazines, under Al-I'jaz Al-Tashri'i في الإسلام, the miracles of the Islamic law. And one of the articles, from their statistics, 72% of female abuse, I'm not going to speak more than that, it is done at the hands of who?
Cousins.
Relatives. Relatives. Not the friend of the family, the relatives. And I'm talking about females as in young females. This is their statistics here in this country. Why? Because he's a family who are complacent. He is running with his cousin. She is running with her cousin. And especially if your family is a practicing or trying their best to be practicing family, and the cousin or the brother's family is liberal, or let them know each other. That's fine, that's wonderful. Under your watchful eyes. Under your watchful eyes. Because every word you told your child that we do not use in this house is going to be what? the special order in the other what? In the other house. Yeah? In the other house. In the other house. So, being in the good company, regardless if you are 5 years old or 50 years old, is a must. Staying away from the bad company is a must too. Why? Because you have two choices. Either good company and you save your religion, or bad company and start what? Chipping on what? On your religion. On your religion. يعني take example. Especially the people who are here in America. And what the people that we call the family of the masjid. Okay? What will happen when we go back home summertime? When we start meeting with everybody, you notice, your wife noticed that there are so many negative things are happening that we are not supposed to be what? Doing. Our children are not supposed to be doing. Our children are not supposed to be seeing. Our children are not supposed to be hearing. Then your child comes and says something and you get mad and angry. Where did you learn this? Well, every single one around you basically is doing it. Yeah. So, for yourself to choose a good company and for making sure that your child at all ages, wallahi ya akhwa, starts very early. You make sure that you expose them to the children of the good families, good as in Islamically good. They are dutiful to Allah al-Karim subhanahu wa ta'ala, is a must. Is a must. Now, let me mention this and close with that. Sometimes we just create excuses, and part of being humans, we create excuses. Who said so? Allah al-Karim subhanahu wa ta'ala. بل الإنسان على نفسه بصيرة ولو ألقى معاذيره. The man sees through his own self. He knows very well about his what? Himself. Even if he throws around his what? Excuses. One of the silliest that I heard, why your child is not in an Islamic school? He said, I want to expose him to the Western society. I do not want him to have a split personality. I want him to know life and the realities of life. What realities of life and what he is missing on that? And the person who is talking, if you are like me, you came from a village in the wilderness, and Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, you are now a PhD, full professor at some of these Ivy League colleges. Yeah. I did not see that being who you are is going to hinder your opportunity in life. Yeah? People, they assume that I do not learn about the negative side unless I am part of the negative side. Who said so? One of the scholars, about 30 some years, when they said to him that the Muslims has to participate in this government, and he asked why. He said, because we have to clean the government. And he said, and I quote, he said, you do not have to be inside the commode to clean the commode. You do not have to be inside the commode to clean what? To clean the commode. Amazing. No? It's amazing. Yeah? Then what? So I'm keeping an eye on my child. Do you think your child will tell him, what happened today in school? What is going to tell you? In this few seconds of conversation, everything is good. Yeah? From day one, ya akhwa, our children, Allah made them protective of their own selves. regardless on age. Huh? You will hear from them what you want to hear. Huh? Do you have homework? No, we never had homework. Yeah? How you are doing? They are going to what? They will hear from them what they want you to hear to make you what? Happy. But the reality is totally different. And when we throw our children into this mist, or in the midst of this filth, tell them, well, be careful. Don't be this and don't be that. That's a joke. And the Arabs of all times, what they say, ألقاه في اليم ألقاه في اليم مكتوفا وقال له إياك أن تبتل بالماء. He said he tied him and he threw him in the what? In the river or in the sea, and told him, make sure you do not get wet. Make sure you do not get wet. Whom you are joking? You are joking what? Yourself. Yourself. So choosing and being very choosy in choosing your friends and the friends for your children is a must. It is an obligation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask you about it. Because, ya ukhwa, there is no influence. Not father, not mother, not teacher, not the sheikh, not the imam, not anyone has more influence in most cases than the friend on what? On his friend. The friend on his friend. They learn it quickly from each other and they are willing to accommodate each other a lot. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. If you have any questions, corrections or other concerns, we'll entertain them in the remaining time. Otherwise, جزاكم الله خيرا for coming and جزاكم الله خيرا for listening. And one more time, do not forget about Ashura tomorrow, inshallah. Done? جزاكم الله خير.